horrific events still impact some Coastal Empire runners. Good evening to you. I'm Jennifer Andrews.
And I'm Kevin Holmes. In order to show their support, a number of them are about to take part in a memorial run through downtown Savannah. Our own Nick Notario is live in Ellis Square, where the run is just underway. Nick?
Well, the rain, it finally let up. It stopped about 20 minutes ago, and despite the rainy, wet conditions, look over here. There are about 60 runners, mainly made up from the Savannah Striders group, ready to take off. They're made of a Boston Marathon runner from last year, some Boston Marathon runners from this year, and they're all running in support for all the victims from last year's tragic events. But they're going to get going right now, so there we go. There's their cue, and while all these people are running, we sat down with two men who ran the race last year and told us about the story and the tragic events.
Friends Jim Bronner and Steve Coleman enjoy their early morning jogs.
Yesterday it was pouring down rain, but I'm going to run tomorrow.
But their love for their sport was turned upside down a year ago when this happened. During the 117th Boston Marathon, police say two men set off bombs near the finish line, creating chaos. 3 people killed, 260 injured. Coleman and Bronner finished the race about an hour before the bombs went off. They didn't hear anything, but knew something was off when they saw other finishers running back.
Why in the world is she running now? You know, because we were all just exhausted.
Thinking that seemed like, at the time, like she was really showing off. Like, how could someone finish a marathon and then they're running down the street?
It only got more confusing when they got bombarded from people at home.
Both of us started getting phone calls, mostly from people in Savannah or from people around the country, asking us if we were okay.
They didn't figure it out until they made it to their hotel rooms when they saw pictures from the scene.
That image kind of stuck with me.
In all, 11 people from Savannah ran in last year's Boston Marathon, but they weren't the only ones to feel the race effects. As thousands of runners came through these streets, they had to deal with beefed up security during last year's Rock and Roll Marathon here in Savannah.
Bronner says since the bombings, tighter security is a common theme at most races. A reminder of how his sport has changed.
Every now and then I kind of think about what a strange and awful thing that was.
For Coleman, these images still burn bright. But, he says, it was the treatment from people after the race he'll never forget.
The kindnesses that were shown to those of us who were runners, who were at the airport, who were on the tee, was really sort of overwhelming.
A spirit Coleman knows Bostonians are hungry to show off once again when runners return for next week's marathon.
I know that the people in Boston are going to turn out and support the race and the runners, and I think it's going to be sort of an incredible day.
Now, if you want to get in some of these festivities, the runners took off, but there's B&D Burger. They're going to be down here on Congress Street at 7 o'clock, where they're going to be talking about the events and about the run. So if you want to come down and get in on that, you're more than welcome to. And of course, the Boston Marathon, 118th running of it, takes place on Monday, Patriots Day, up in Massachusetts. I'm sure a lot going to be going on. And we've got you covered on our website. We've got photo galleries from that day. And also, there's another run taking place Saturday. You can find all the information on our website. For now, reporting live in downtown Savannah, Nick Notario, WJCL News, working for you.
All right, thanks,
Nick.